Travel Cafe, come alive. We are here at the 66th annual Ford Boat Sport and Travel Show, and it is the middle of the afternoon. What happens in the middle of the afternoon? Oh, the batteries might be dead. Should I keep going? Check, check. I know, monitors aren't working. That's the beautiful thing about we're just having all kinds of problems. Wouldn't be show business if we didn't have problems. Hear me? Middle of the afternoon, what would you expect other than electronic glitches? We're having too much fun here at the Ford 66th Annual Ford Boat Sport and Travel Show. We're in the Travel Cafe Champions Pavilion. I don't know if it's because the Stella Artois folks are still engraving free mugs. We got people falling off chairs over here. Yeah. We got people just milling around having their cocktails. What else would you expect in the middle of the afternoon here at a Renfro production? We're having too much fun. Folks, this is one of our favorite things to do, bring you some of the latest and greatest of how the Renfro production family recreates themselves every year. And I don't think that this particular group, this particular act, has been here at the Ford Boat Sport and Travel Show, at least not that I can remember. Have you guys been here before?
We were here, it sounds like right before we got here, 5 years ago. We did it.
All right.
Yep.
Well, I didn't think I'd missed anything in 40 years, but that's okay. We're going to introduce our guest here in just a second. But I have to tell you, we have the dock dogs down here in the Champion Pavilion, so half the time the dogs are barking and yelping. And like I said, when people aren't crazy and falling down drunk in the Travel Cafe, you're laughing. I hope you're laughing. And we're having a good time. But down there is also where they have some of the stage acts. You've seen chainsaw carving and you've seen all kinds of crazy stuff. But this is a group called XPogo. Part of the appeal to these groups coming in, they have such huge social media following. So I'm looking here at Instagram, for example, and XPogo, they're an amateur sports team, and it says, just some pals trying to make pogoing a thing. Now, what else could you possibly aspire to than being on a pogo team? Personally, you would not want to see myself on a pogo of any sort. I was offered, true story, $100 to ride one of those Lime scooters, those innocuous Lime scooters. And I refused because I know that would end in peril. I can only imagine if I ended up on one of these pogo sticks. And these are not the same pogo sticks that I assume you buy at Walmart. I want to introduce my good friend, Dalton Smith. It's nice to have you here on the stage.
Yeah, glad to be here.
You couldn't have been a more perfect guest because we're having a lot of fun here.
Oh, yeah.
But you're down here doing 3 shows today, tomorrow, and Monday.
Yep.
And you're just trying to make pogoing a thing. I didn't know pogoing wasn't a thing. When was pogoing not cool, but you're trying to make it a cooler thing?
Right, pogo has always been a thing. People have had little spring pogo sticks in their garage since forever. But me and my group of friends, this team that we've started over the past 15 years, have slowly been growing the sport of what we call extreme pogo sticking. We take these giant pogo sticks that come up to a little kid's head. We're jumping 10, 11 feet on them, doing all types of stunts, tricks, bringing it all across the world. We've been to 30 different countries, every single state in America, just trying to make extreme pogo into a sport.
23 countries, 10,000 performances.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You look like you're 12, but you come and tell me you've been doing this since you were 11 years old, and you're one of the senior veterans to this thing. And it's just a group of guys. This isn't a scholarship sport. I don't see many club activities in high schools. How in the world do you get started in pogoing?
It's a weird one to get into. There's no one in my town that does it. Even now to this day, there's
Do they even sell pogo sticks anymore?
They don't sell them in, well, they sell the spring pogo sticks.
Do they sell them right next to the jarts?
Yes, exactly. That's where they would be. But no, they're not in stores. You got to get them online. we all come from skateboarding backgrounds, gymnastics backgrounds, being just, little weird spazzes when we were kids. And it kind of funnels us through sports and skateboards and other things. We kind of got funneled into this weird sport. And for some reason, we were all good at doing backflips on pogo sticks. And once you do your first backflip, you're kind of hooked for life.
Last year, if you were here at the Boat Sport and Travel Show on this stage, I had reached the pinnacle. I've been hosting Indiana Outdoors for 21 years. It's a live radio show every Saturday around the state of Indiana. You can see some of the stuff on the monitor. I saw this show a little earlier. And the epitome of my career, I thought, was interviewing Twiggy, the water skiing squirrel. True story. Twiggy sat on this couch, and we had some fun with it. And I make no light, because you call yourself athletes. There is no doubt about it. You dudes are in some good shape and do some crazy, crazy stuff.
Oh yeah, it's a high endurance, high energy, very dangerous sport. Not for the faint of heart. It's a difficult thing to do. So it takes someone who's got the bravery, also got the wherewithal to somehow pull these skills off. It takes a lot of practice, a lot of endurance.
If anybody's having a bad day watching this monitor and they want to make themselves laugh, just picture me in all my man of a certain proportion, trying to do what they're doing right now. It's fantastic stuff. And you call it a subculture. You call yourself athletes. You got a small group of brothers here, 10 to 15. There's 3 of you here. In all seriousness, you hold some world records yourself. Tell us about some of the extreme stuff.
Well, right now I currently hold the Guinness World Record for the most consecutive cars jumped over on a pogo stick. So that means I jump over 1, jump over 2, 3, 4 cars is my record. I broke that in London last year. That's the world record I have right now. I used to have the highest jump on a pogo stick, but that currently is held with my friend Dmitry Arseniev out of Russia. He's jumped 11 feet on a pogo stick. It's insane to see.
So I got to ask you, because I see a lot of moms out here, what in the hell did your mother say?
She was terrified at first. She couldn't watch me do it in person, especially when I was a little kid. She was just waiting for me to break my leg, which I did multiple times. So she would always, watch with her eyes closed. She likes to watch the videos. Once she knows that I have not broken anything, she likes to go back and see those.
When I am asked by the Renfros to come here every year, and they say, okay, here's your lineup, and I get to do some research, and it's always my favorite part.
Yeah.
And I spend a lot of time because I like to get to know the people. So of course, the first place you go to is their webpage, and I go to XPogo, and I get your profile, and I see that you're called a truly special snowflake.
Yeah.
Which, that's one of my favorite terms.
Yeah.
A truly special snowflake. And then I got the backstory. Tell me how you got to that specific title.
Well, it all starts with me choosing to do pogo sticks in my life. Already a unique decision. I do art in my free time. I play music. And then I go off to college, which I don't finish, and I try to do philosophy. So the guys give me the nickname Special Snowflake.
You make it sound like you tried philosophy like you tried a pottery class.
That's kind of how it is. You go to college, you try. I did 5 different majors in college. So I was just hopping around, for lack of a better term, hopping around from major to major. None of it stuck. Pogo stuck, so here I am back traveling.
So you kind of said, you just want to bring some attention. There's no chill to it. You're trying to jack it up. You're trying to jack this stuff up back here.
Yeah, there's no chill to extreme pogo. You have to be putting all of your effort into it. It's a high energy, very fast sport. We got 30-second hits. No one jumps for more than a minute at a time.
Or else you'll puke.
Yeah, you'd puke. None of us can jump for longer than 2 minutes before puking. Even at our competition,
enjoy your lunch, everybody.
You've got 60 minutes at the comp. It's a very quick sport.
So the Renfros have brought you in here for high entertainment value.
Yep.
And it always is a treat with who they find and something unique. But in all seriousness, you've been around the world, and you're about ready to go across the pond and do some other stuff. I assume to set some more records?
Yep, Guinness, we do a lot of stuff with Guinness World Records. They want me to go and break my record for most cars jumped over. They want me to go to Italy. They're having a event in Rome. So I guess I'll go down there and I'll try to break my record again and show people in Italy what Pogo's about.
You know, you don't impress me in the least. And I mean, if you throw a chainsaw in there, or maybe some fire, maybe a bed.
We've tried fire before. It works. Yeah.
How in the hell did you put fire in there?
You put like a wick on the front of the Pogo, just tape it down, light it on fire. You got 20 seconds before your jeans catch fire, and you gotta put them out. But till then, you got a backflip in there, yeah.
I think you've got a future at America's Got Talent.
Oh yeah, we've done America's Got Talent twice. We've gotten to the third round one year. So we did some stuff with them, but we had to take a step back. We had some other gigs we were doing. One of our guys, he got injured doing the show. It's a dangerous sport, so we were on the competition for a little bit, but then one of our guys, he broke his nether regions. And when you do that, you kind of take a step back and you go, maybe we rethink this for a sec. Yeah, let him heal up.
How do you recruit new people?
Well, it's like we have this subculture that's akin to skateboarding, BMX, and so to recruit new people, really we just have this culture that's building online. It's building over YouTube, Facebook, Instagram with videos, photo content, different brands. We have all these little teams that pop up. And so kids come into the sport when they're young. They catch it on YouTube. They see it on Dude Perfect. They see it on Devin Supertramp. We've done, all types of different media things on YouTube and around. So the little kids, they come in, they catch that, and then we try to push them towards the extreme side of the sport. And if they're the right concoction of spaz and athletic and just, a little crazy and eccentric, then maybe they'll learn to backflip on a pogo stick, and then they're hooked.
You know, I see my good friend Kelly George sitting out here. I've known Kelly for 25 years, and we've hunted and fished and done all sorts of good stuff. And we've ridden some ATVs in places we never should have ridden ATVs. This makes what we used to do look like child's play. I can see you on a pogo stick one day.
Oh, he looks like he could backflip.
Yeah, and I've seen that after a few Jack Daniels, but that's a different story. At the end of the conversation, you're going to be here for a few days, and I asked you earlier, who's the oldest person on your team?
Our oldest guy, he's the originator of the sports, one of the original guys who started extreme pogoing. He's 32 now. He's one of the managers.
And
he's
still
the
jumps?
old guy. He can still do a backflip. He can still hold his own, does his unique thing.
So do you have to practice? Do you learning new stuff? Are you trying new things?
Always. I'm always practicing. I still just love to do pogo. Even though it's my job, it's still my bliss. So I'm always trying to land new tricks, do it in my free time, all that kind of stuff, yeah.
Is there any competition? Is there anybody else doing this?
Yeah, we have a big international competition. It's the one event a year where we actually get to bring in all the disparate jumpers from Russia, from Canada, Mexico, Europe, America. We all get together in a city, Philly, Pittsburgh. We've done it in Paris. We've done it in California. It's called Pogopalooza, World Championship of Extreme Pogo. Happens once a year, and it's where we bring everyone together. We have a couple competitions, who can jump the highest, who can do the best trick, and who's overall the best jumper in the world. And yeah, we just try to compete against each other. Friendly competition, not so friendly competition, and yeah, it's a ball.
Dalton, I'm telling you, I always, in the most sincere way, you are an athlete. You've made a great life for yourself.
Yeah,
you turned something that was a hobby into something where you've traveled all over the world.
A pipe dream.
Yeah.
Just something crazy. And,
what's the end of you? What do you do after this?
That's what I'm always trying to figure out. I've tried college.
You could go back to philosophy.
Philosophy didn't really pan out. I play drums in a band. I do all types of stuff. So I'll find another crazy passion to follow, and I'm sure I'll be doing weird things until the day I die.
You're no snowflake.
No.
No.
I don't like to think of myself that way. Just an eccentric.
I love the guys that can call you that, but I'm not going to call you a snowflake.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah.
Folks, it's the 66th annual Ford Boat Sport and Travel Show. We're here in the Travel Cafe. Come out and check out their shows. They got 3 on Sunday tomorrow. When you're done there, you can come back in here, watch the Daytona 500 on all the monitors, have yourself some cocktails and some food. They probably will have chairs that won't break and people falling on the ground. I can't guarantee that. We got 1 more hour, so who knows what's going to happen in the next hour. And you can find us on any of the IndySportsShow.com channels, all the YouTube feeds, the Motorcycle and Power Sports Expo, Deer Turkey Waterfowl Expo, and of course, the Ford Boat Sport and Travel Show. Folks, come back and see us. We still got more to come. See you at 4 o'clock.
What is the best way to reach your customers? Have you tried traditional marketing and fallen short? Use video marketing from NKT Productions. It's effective, economical, and it can be used across multiple devices. Capture your customers where they spend their time most, on TV, websites, email, and social media. Don't miss your chance to show the world how great your business is with video marketing. Experience the power of video marketing through NKT Productions. Meet with one of our experienced media agents to learn more.